instead of letting God take care of the matter, and let God take care of David, whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap. He decides, I'm going to take care of it myself. He wants to kill David, the murderer, the adulterer, the liar. And somebody told David, saying, Ahithophel is among the conspirators of Absalom. And David said, O Lord, I pray thou turn the counsel of Ahithophel into foolishness. You know what David did? He prayed. He prayed.
Amen.
He said, I just can't believe my best friend did this. You can't. After you raped his granddaughter and killed her husband, you can't believe this? Are you stupid? But you know what David does? He takes it to God.
Amen. Amen.
And he prays. And he trusts the Lord. And he prays and says, whatever Ahithophel says, make it foolishness. That's a good prayer. Instead of it coming from God, make it a bunch of foolishness. What happens? God steps in. And Absalom's servants came to the woman of the house and said, where is this guy? And the woman said unto them, they be gone over the brook of the water. When they had sought and could not find him, they returned to Jerusalem. It came to pass after they were departed, they came out of the well and went and told King David, and said to David, arise and pass quickly over the waters, for thus hath Ahithophel counseled against you. Then David rose, and all the people were with him. They passed over Jordan. By the morning light they lacked not one of them that was gone over Jordan. Ahithophel didn't get his 12,000 men to kill David. Even though David's an adulterer, a murderer, and a liar, David is still anointed of God. Did you get that, boys? He's special. Bible says, Psalms 105:15, saying, touch not mine anointed, and do my prophet no harm. 1 Chronicles 16:22, saying, touch not mine anointed, and do my prophet no harm. 1 Samuel 24:6, and he said unto his men, the Lord forbid that I should do this thing unto my master, the Lord's anointed, to stretch forth my hand against him, seeing he is the anointed of the Lord. 1 Samuel 24:10, behold the day thine eye have seen how that the Lord hath delivered thee today into mine hand in the cave, and some made me to kill thee, but mine eyes spared thee. And I said, I will not put my hand against my Lord, for he is the Lord's anointed. 1 Samuel 26:23, the Lord render to every man his righteousness, his faithfulness, for the Lord deliver thee into my hand today, but I would not stretch forth my hand against the Lord's anointed. David said, I ain't going to do it, even though Saul was trying to kill him. The Bible says, don't be messing with the anointed man.
Amen.
Don't be messing with these people are special. Ahithophel doesn't get to get his 12,000 men and hunt David down. Well, you say, why? Well, David, despite his sins, is still God's anointed. And will go on and do more great things for God. That'll blow your mind.
Right.
2 Samuel 17:23. And when Ahithophel saw his counsel was not followed, he saddled his ass, arose, got him home to his house, to his city, put his household in order, hanged himself, and died, and was buried in the sepulchre of his father. Ahithophel figured out God is on David's side. And back in those days, if you went against the king was going to kill you. It's not the New Testament, you know, love thy enemies. This is the Old Testament. Kill thy enemies. He don't make peace with David. He doesn't pray and ask God to forgive him. This proud man makes his will and then hangs himself. The sins of David, did this do that to him? No. Was it the defilement of his granddaughter? No. Was it the killing of her husband, Uriah? No. It was bitterness and hatred. And there came a messenger of David saying that the hearts of the men of Israel are after Absalom. Absalom invades the city. And David and his remaining followers, they had left, gone to the mountains. They've split up. Joab's brother. And David told his men, I'm going to fight with you. David's an old man now. He's probably about my age. Old men still think they can fight. We fight dirty. We'll bite your ear off. We'll bite your nose off. We'll poke out your eyes. Because that's the only way we know how to fight. We don't fight straight. We're old. We get one chance.
Yeah.
And the men said, you ain't going. If you die, we ain't got no more king. You are not going to fight. David wants to leave. No, you can't do that. So David tells one of his generals, Joab, he says, now listen, I know this is my boy. I know he's trying to kill me. Are you paying attention? But he says, I still love my boy. Even if he's trying to kill me. I love him. I love my son. Please be gentle with him. Don't kill him. This no good for nothing, sorry Absalom, who wants his daddy dead, and his daddy's asking, please be gentle with him. Everybody heard? Be gentle. So, Absalom was one of the first hippies in the Bible. And he's riding his mule. That's why you gotta have short hair. Especially in Bible. Looks good on the, on PlayStation and Xbox and the movies, where the guys have the long hair. Absalom's a long-haired hippie. He's got a sword. He's riding his mule. He's ready to fight. He comes across this tree, and the next thing you know, his hair gets stuck in the tree. And the mule just keeps going. And he's hanging there. The smart thing would have been, get the sword, cut your hair off.
Right.
Does he do it? He loves his hair more than he does his own life. Dummy! That's a plain old dummy right there, amen? Why don't you take the sword and cut off your hair and keep on fighting?
Right.
No, I love my hair. You know how long it took for me to grow this hair? Are you a girl or are you a boy? Don't you hate girly boys? Somebody say amen right there.
Amen.
Girly boys. So they go and tell Joab, we found Absalom. He's hanging on a tree. Just hanging there. What do you mean just hanging there? He's got his hair all covered up. Does he have a sword? No, he dropped the sword, but he still got a sword. He's still got a knife, but he won't cut his hair. He said, well, why didn't you kill him? I would have gave you money. He said, oh no, this is the king's son. Everybody would have found out. You killed the king's son, somebody's gonna come kill you. I ain't doing it. I don't care how much money you give me. You can give me $2 billion. I am not killing that man. Because that man will go all over the world and hunt me down. No. Joab, the general, though, sees Absalom as a threat. And he takes darts. And he throws the darts. And Absalom dies. He dies. David said, don't hurt the boy. But you know what? This man killed him anyway. He killed him anyway. Amen. Absalom is dead. David had to learn to deal with